Comparison is something that we all struggle with, whether it is in our personal lives, in our relationships and things like that, our our bodies, our own growth, or it can be in our careers. We struggle with comparing ourselves to others in our age group, in our careers, and also in entrepreneurship, and how much, how big, and how broad, and all that sort of thing. So comparison can become this thing where it can kind of take a hold of you and maybe even paralyze you to some degree in terms of where do you go next. It certainly provides a lot of stress if you don't feel like you're keeping up with your counterparts. So how do we stop comparing ourselves to others and focus on our own journey? One of the first things that I think you're going to find is that you need to understand that everyone is actually on their own journey. We live in a society where we've got somewhat cookie cutter education, and then also employment and job types of placement. And it appears that we're all sort of competing for these roles, who can get the better grades, who can go to the better colleges. And that, of course, is going to promote some level of betterment in our careers, et cetera, et cetera. And this is not to downplay the importance of education or the importance of job placement, because everything has its own role. But if you're listening to a podcast like this, I think you are in a level of understanding, level of consciousness that most people are not. So you understand that you are not a competitor, that you are actually a creator. So does it matter if you went to high school or college or got placed at AT&T or whatever the job is? Not really. Not really. But it does matter that you're aware in terms of the importance of knowledge and educating yourself on how to bring your talent, your skill, your best self to the table, to this environment, and live the most productive, whatever that is, the most productive and full life that you can while you're here.